Welcome to the JMM Movie Buzz. Here with today's movies. First one is First one is A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Tom Hanks and Matthew Rhys. I already reviewed this on the last time I did a review, so I just showed you clips. It's this for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. As well as Bad Boys for Life. It's this for Bad Boys for Life. Bloodshot. Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Bombshell. Let's go on. Cats. Call of the Wild. Dr. Sleep. Downhill with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Will Ferrell. Fantasy Island. No one is the first one I like to review. The Goldfinch with Angela Elcourt and Nicole Kidman. The Story of a Stolen Life, based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning book. The Story of Stolen Life. Theodore Decker was 13 years old when his mother was killed in a bombing at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. The tragedy changes the course of his life, sending him on a stirring odyssey of grief and guilt, reinvention and redemption, and even love. Through it all, he holds on to one tangible piece of hope from that terrible day, a painting of a tiny bird chained to its perch. That's The Goldfinch. This. The next one is The Good Liar with Helen Mirren and Sir Ian McKellen. Read between the lies. Weave a glorious web of deceit. A must-see movie. A suspense thriller worthy of Hitchcock. Career con artist Roy Courtney, Sir Ian McKellen, can hardly believe his luck when he meets well-to-do widow Betty McLeish, Dame Helen Mirren, online. As Betty opens her home and life to him, Roy is surprised to find himself caring about her, turning what should be a cut-and-dry swindle into the most treacherous tightrope walk of his life. That's The Good Liar. This is The Good Liar. The Hunt. Isn't It Romantic? With Rebel Wilson, Liam Hemsworth, Adam Devine, Priyanka Chopra. None of the Fields. New York City architect Natalie works hard to get noticed at her job, but is more likely to be asked to deliver coffee and bagels than to design the city's next skyscraper. And if things weren't bad enough, Natalie, a lifelong cynic when it comes to love, has an encounter with a mugger that renders her unconscious, waking to discover that her life has suddenly become her worst nightmare, a romantic comedy, and she is the leading lady. Isn't this, isn't it romantic? The Invisible Man? Jumanji, The Next Level. Just Mercy, Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx, Brie Larson. Every generation has its hero, meet ours. Just Mercy will shake you to your soul. Michael B. Jordan is the calm, quiet anchor of the film. Rob Morgan's performance is absolutely searing and undeniable. It is Jamie Foxx's best work in years, raw, soulful, and honest. A powerful and thought-provoking true story, Just Mercy follows young lawyer Bryan Stevenson and his career-making battle for justice. After graduating from Harvard, Bryan had his pick of lucrative jobs. Instead, he heads to Alabama to defend those wrongly condemned or who were not afforded proper representation. With the support of local advocate Ava Ansley, one of his first and most incendiary cases is that of Walter McMillan, who in 1987 was sentenced to die for the notorious murder of an 18-year-old girl, despite a preponderance of evidence proving his innocence and the fact that the only testimony against him came from a criminal with a motive to lie. In the years that follow, Bryan becomes embroiled in a labyrinth of legal and political maneuverings and overt and unabashed racism as he fights for Walter and others like him, with the odds and the system stacked against them. That's Just Mercy. Joker. This is the movie that won Joaquin Phoenix the Oscar this year. One of the best movies of the year. A masterpiece. Arthur Fleck is a wannabe stand-up comic who suffers from many mental illnesses, including one which causes him to laugh uncontrollably when he is nervous and often gets him into bad situations. Arthur's mental health causes almost all the people in society to reject and look upon him, even though all he wants is to be accepted by others. After being brutally beaten, having his medication cut off, and being publicly humiliated by the comedian he idolizes, Arthur's life begins to spiral downward, out of control, into delusion, violence, and anarchy, until he eventually transforms into Gotham's infamous clown prince of crime. That's Joker. So this is Joker. The next stack is Judy. This is the one Renee Zellweger got the Oscar for Best Actress in the Leading Role. And this one won Joaquin Phoenix the Oscar for Best Actor in the Leading Role. Academy Award winner Renee Zellweger, Judy. Judy Garland, the legend behind the rainbow. 30 years after starring in The Wizard of Oz, beloved actress and singer Judy Garland, Renee Zellweger, arrives in London to perform sold-out shows at the Talk of the Town nightclub. While there, she reminisces with friends and fans and begins a whirlwind romance with musician Mickey Deans, her soon-to-be fifth husband. That's Judy. Is the disc. Like a boss. Little Women. Marvelous Brooklyn. What's this? Richard Jewell. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Shaft. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sweetheart. And the last one for today is The Way Back with Ben Affleck. That's all my movies for today. I'm Gemma saying thank you for watching. Bye.